So then guys, this is my R33 Skyline. I bought this car a little over a year ago. I was going to get an E46 M3 at the time, funnily enough. I never intended even getting one of these, but at the time there wasn't any decent ones about, so I ended up getting one of these, and I honestly don't regret it. It's not all been uphill, it's been ups and downs all the way, but this is pretty much the end result, or at least where we are now, because it's a never-ending project, let's say. But in the long run, everything to me, it's been worth it. I love driving this car. There's a few things that I want to get around to doing on it. This is just running over the car quickly and showing you what it's all about, how far it's come. Because when I got this car, it wasn't even running basically, and now it's all driving okay, let's say. It's got a few little issues. It's 10 times better than when I got it. Kind of got a bit catfish to it because I thought it was running when I got there. Got there, wasn't even running, so we had to sort all of that stuff out, and this is pretty much the end result. So I hope you guys like the video. Let me know what you think. When I got it, it didn't even have a bumper on it. Headlight was smashed, no grille. All this was absolutely chipped up. But we've painted the bonnet, got a GTR style bumper for it, even though it's a GTC, it's not a GTR, and a GTR style grille as well. Not really sure what you'd think about that. If you think you shouldn't really be making it look like a GTR or whatever. I think it looks alright. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And then we've got a short style front plate on here, and then we've got the front mounted cooler on the car. That came on it thankfully, and it's got boost pipes going up and through here, which we'll show you in a second on the engine bay. We've got a blitz blow valve and some LED sort of indicators on it that came with the bumper. They seem to work and do the job. So then guys, basically this is where all the magic happens. As you can see, it's reasonably clean here to say now, but when we got the car, this strut top here, like down here have painted because they were all scuffed up down here. I don't even know how we done it, but on the top as well, I really wanted to clean this car up and make it look a lot better. So that's one of the final things I've really done after I sorted everything else out on it. And I've also painted all the AC rad down here. I've got an alley rad on it, which funnily enough is the second one it's had on it, because when I got it, basically I took it out a really hot day, and the water pump that was on it at the time, that had sheared off and sent itself into the rad and completely took it out. That really did ruin my day at the time, but here we are, a few weeks down the line, everything's spot on, and hopefully it holds up like this. But as you can probably see, we've painted the rocker covers red. We've got some AN10 fittings down here to the catch can and the boost pipe, which go up here and up here too, into, I think it's a lead for racing front facing plenum. That came up on Facebook at a pretty good price, so I thought I'd buy it because I did want to get a Freddy style winch which sits a bit lower down, a bit further out, which looks really clean, but I didn't really want to wait around at the time, so I got this. Seems to do the job great, but it is what it is. Before it used to route over in like a sort of J pipe around here and across there. So last time the fan that was on it, this is obviously a new one, the owner had chopped some of the fins out to get clearance for that pipe that used to go over here, and possibly that's why basically it had snapped off due to the imbalance in it and sent itself into the rad. But hopefully that shouldn't happen again. It could have even been me over tightening that aux belt, or it could have just been poor quality water pump, cheap metal, something like that. But apart from that, it's fairly standard in here. We've done the timing belt and the water pump. Obviously we've done the water pump. We've got some NGK spark plugs in it, which we've done, a service oil and filter, fuel filter, and it's got some split fire coil packs on at the moment. And then it's also got some HKS mushroom filter down here, which is probably going to go when we put the bigger turbo on. It'll have a different sort of outlet down here. Standard airflow meter, standard manifolds. There's nothing really special going on here, and of course turbo smart boost controller, which I'll show you on the inside, which obviously how you switch between your high boost and low boost, and all of it's controlled by an Apex ECU, which is pretty cool. It's got a hand controller sort of thing, which we'll get around to in a minute, and it's pretty cool because you can flip through loads of settings and you can tune in bigger injectors on it, different airflow, things like that, and it really helps, I think. So that's it from here, and let's take a look around the rest of the car. Right, so then basically the wheels on this, they're obviously not originals, but the ones that we got on it looked absolutely awful. They looked like they're max power or something like that. I didn't really rate them, so these are some raised ones, something off of 350Z. They look alright, they do the job. Obviously you paint them some sort of bronze colour, which is half right, and then just got some standard calipers on it, which we paint red to go with the engine obviously, and then here some standard Nismo indicators. Everything doesn't always go to plan. When I got this, I I tried to roll the arches on it and I made an absolute mess of it because it kind of went all wavy on the inside, so we had to probably take all of that back, seal all of it back up, and then in process of doing that, I painted all along here to try and blend it in, and then little did I know, put a little bit of masking tape on here. I think I left it for about a day. I literally peeled it off here and I took half the paint on the roof off of it, so we had to paint all the roof as well and then blend it in down here to look half decent again. It probably doesn't look perfect, let's say, but this has all been done on a driveway without anything special, so I'd say it doesn't look too bad at all. But anyway, apart from that down the side of it, previous owners obviously tinted the windows. I've never bothered to take it off. I think it looks alright really, but it stops the light coming in, doesn't it? And then down here we've got some Gtc Skirts. They came on the car. They look alright, to be fair. And then the spats, they didn't come on it, but they're standard factory spats that would have come on the car. So then, it's time to pretty much move on to some of the best bits about this. That, to me, of course, is the Gtr Wing. It's a genuine wing, but when we got the car, it just had a standard Gtc spoiler on it, which kind of looped over in like a sort of like a, I don't know, like a half ring sort of thing or something. I didn't really like it, to be honest, and think this literally looks 10 times better to me. And of course, when we got it, it was all cracked, so we repaired it, painted white. That was already black, so I left that. And then on here we had some Lexus style clear LEDs, and I absolutely hate them, to be honest. So we literally just got standard red lights back, put them on it. It looks 10 times better to me. And then we've got the Blitz Nurse spec exhaust on it, which I think sounds absolutely mint. When we got it, it had a HKS Super Drag on it. And the Canon, it was stupid. It looked a bit too much to me. But that was all like proper like pigeon welded up and everything like that. And I just wanted to get a new exhaust pretty much to make the car on a whole a lot cleaner. And to be honest, it sounds a lot better too. So we'll get some clips of that as well. Let's take a look at the inside now then. So basically in here we've just got some GTR mats in it, which I got because I didn't have any when it came in the car. And when we got it as well, the carpet was all torn up, all beat up, and it looked a mess basically. None of the seats were in it or anything. So we cleaned all of that up, got a new carpet for it, some mats, painted that dash red, and basically that is how it is now. So the car's on about 60,000 miles, something like that, because I think it was converted from kilometres an hour to miles an hour because it is an import. So not 100% on how many of them are in kilometres, how many miles, but it was probably about 2008, so 60,000 let's say. I've got the Apex C controller up here, which is pretty cool. You can control loads of stuff off that. Use it to map in bigger injectors, different mass airflow, monitor everything that's going on. And then down here we've got oil pressure, oil temp, and boost control. They were up here in some sort of eBay sort of thing here, which I didn't really like, to be honest, because they kept falling out of it. The wires were everywhere, and I thought, nah, basically. So I just put them in here for now, but it'd be pretty cool to have a properly mounted thing where they don't fall out all the time up here. That'd be decent, but for now, they're down there. And then here, as you can see, it's a Turbo Smart boost controller, which can switch between a couple of settings on how much boost you want to run on it. At the moment, we're only running about 0.85 bar, because I think that's what the standard turbos on these can take, but we're going to go bigger turbo soon, so we're going to be pushing that up a bit more. And then up here, we've got the sunroof, which all works lovely, but I'm not a fan of sunroofs, and I'm not going to try using it now in case it breaks, because it looks like it's about to rain. So then guys, that's pretty much it from me for now, but I hope you guys all like the video, and I want to say a big thanks for watching this. If you have any comments on the car, any thoughts on anything like that, just leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you about it. But if you want to see anything else, and of course we're going to be doing some more bits on this car, maybe some others, who knows. But if you do like it, don't forget to subscribe and you'll see what's coming up. So catch you next time guys, see you in a bit.